You will ultimately get through this, but you have to be flexible to change. Don't expect to come through the situation like this and not have some change.
Welcome to Cards and Constellations with Bonnie Morris and Don Rumor Rivera from Sonoran Mystic Tarot. Here, we blend astrology and tarot to guide you through the twists and turns for the week ahead. Don't forget to hit subscribe and share. Let's dive into your cosmic journey together.
Okay, before we get to the astrology and tarot, let's take a look at the moon for the week of September 15th through the 21st. And this week on Sunday, the 21st, we'll have the new moon. That's where the sun and the moon are conjunct, or what we call a cazimi. And that's where they block out the light, so you don't see the moon at all. That's the time to write down those intentions. We always talk about planting those seeds. So wherever it is that you're keeping track of those, whether it's your journal, your calendar, your diary, your phone, whatever, write it down. Make sure you know exactly what you're working on, what project you're going to do, so that, this is the important part, on May 23rd of next year, when we have the first quarter, which is at 2 degrees of Virgo, and that's when we do all the work. You'll be able to go back and find out what project you're working on. Tell me down below, where is it that you keep your intentions written? Do you have a special safe place? Leave us a comment and let us know. Now for the void of course. Sunday on the 14th, we enter a void of course at 28 degrees 59 minutes of Gemini. This was at 10:46 p.m. And we returned into the sign of Cancer on the 15th at 12:30 a.m. On the 17th, Wednesday, at 3:13 a.m., at 28 degrees of Cancer, we begin another void of course until 5:20 a.m., when it enters into the sign of Leo. Then, on the 19th, we begin another void at 12:21 p.m. at 29 degrees of Leo until 12:23 p.m. Now, that is probably our record short void of course. It's only 2 minutes long. It will then enter into the sign of Virgo. Pisces, the energy this week is fairly steady. One that we see the kite still there, is big and bold and headed to Saturn, which is conjunct with Neptune. On the tail of the kite, we have the sun and the moon in a cazimi, and that's what creates the new moon. And Mercury is still considered conjunct, even separated by 2 degrees. With Neptune conjunct Saturn, I remind you that this merges your imagination with structure and responsibility. And through the balance, depends on which planet is in the lead. This week, we mostly will see Neptune dominating by a degree or two, which may make you feel overwhelmed by your ideals or maybe struggle with clarity. At its best, this conjunction can inspire profound spiritual and creative dedication, especially when guided by healthy boundaries. Neptune begins at the head of the kite, and it's opposite Mercury, and that gives that push me, pull you, that tug of war feeling between clarity and dreaminess. And we know Pisces is very dreamy. This may allow a vacillating effect between brilliant insight and mental fog. And sometimes it'll make it difficult to articulate your thoughts with precision. Still, you will possess a deep intuitive sense of people and situations, and you thrive when surrounded by compassionate, creative people who help you stay grounded. Now, there's also this tug of war between Neptune and the moon, and that heightens your sensitivity, so you may have your feelings on your sleeve. It also heightens your imagination. You'll feel that tug of war between reality with your emotions and idealized visions. You may sometimes escape into fantasy or idealism when reality feels a bit harsh. However, Your longing for a deeper understanding makes you capable of great insight into the human condition. With self-compassion and grounding, you can turn emotional confusion into soulful wisdom. Ultimately, this week feels quieter and spiritually more introspective. Intuition guides you strongly, and it makes a very good time to trust subtle signals. Rest is essential for you. Give yourself time to recharge. Work behind the scenes, or finishing old tasks may take priority before you're ready for something new. In relationships, hidden feelings may surface, offering clarity if you're willing to see them. And in your finances, patience will serve you best. Impulsive moves aren't wise right now. This weekend will bring a sense of renewal, and it will help you feel clearer and more emotionally centered, and gives you this fresh renewal of clarity. Dawn, what do you have for Pisces?
Let's break through the haze. I know life is a bit crazy right now. We're going to help you with the answers. This is Don with Sonoran Mystic Tarot, and this is your weekly guidance. Pisces, let's see what Spirit and Universe is offering to you. Let's help you break through the fog. Your first card out is a Six of Pentacles. You've been going through something Six of Pentacles. Listen to me, Six of Swords. It's a perseverance card. This is a card that says you've been going through something for a while, and unfortunately, it's not done yet. You still got work to do. Not terrible. It's not bad news. It's just that there's still work to be done. So don't expect anything that was coming through. If you expected it to close by the week, you're not going to. Sorry, it's not going to happen. If you were hoping for maybe an estate to close and you get a cash out of inheritance, not going to happen. The sale of a business, not going to close at this point. You're still going to have to do some things. If you were looking at selling a house or buying a house and get to a closing, that's not going to happen this week. It's going to be pushed back. Again, this is not, it's a perseverance card because you see you see down the road the end. It is in sight. It's just that it's not there yet. There's still a few more impediments. So work through it. Don't get depressed. Don't get frustrated. Don't throw your hands up and all that stuff, and don't throw a fit. It's just going to take a little longer. Be patient. Just going to take a little longer. Now, as you persevere through this and as you work through this, be prepared for changes. They're going to be this is the King of Cups. So to find the happy outcome, because the king is the happy king, you're going to have to do some changes. There are going to be some changes. So again, changes to the contract, changes to the documents. Say there was an inspection. Say if you're in a house situation and there's an inspection, there was a problem, so you're going to get a credit or something like that. Or there was an issue with a title situation, gonna work through it, gonna put an exception, you're good through it. Again, you're gonna work through this. If this is a situation where you're having problems at work, they're going to continue, but you're going to get through this. Be flexible with some changes, and then you're going to see how this will work itself out. There are many ways to read this, but most importantly, know that whatever you've been working and hoping will pass, it hasn't passed yet, it won't pass yet, but it will. And you will ultimately get through this, but you have to be flexible to change. Don't expect to come through the situation like this and not have some change. Okay, it's expected. As we do that, it's going to put to rest because, again, this looks like you've been sitting on needles and pins and you haven't been resting. Your sleep cycle has been disturbed by this. Don't worry about it. Don't let it wear on you. You will get through this. I know it's easier to say when you're looking from the outside in, but I'm telling you, the energy around that king, when change comes, it's going to be happy for you. Okay, you just have to let, and you have to believe, first of all, that divine timing will work for you. You have to believe that the spirits are going to work to help you with this. And most importantly, you have to believe in yourself that you can navigate the waters. But look at this. The news is coming in. The news coming in to help put this to an end. It's coming in by the week's end. Okay. And as that news comes in, it's going to be good news. So again, if it's an inspection, that means there's an agreement. If they say, if this, again, we're looking at housing in this situation, I'm throwing it out there. That's not the only thing this is about. It's about many things, but I'm just throwing out there because most of us have had an example of dealing with housings and closings, and we know how they can be. Okay, this may be the appraisal came back lower, so now they have to bring the price down a little bit. They'll bring the price down. Again, you'll get through this. It may be a situation where, again, you and your boss had head to head, and that you didn't think it was gonna, you didn't know what to expect. The boss is gonna come back and say, you know what, I've listened to what you said, and maybe there is some validity there, but you need to make some changes too, and then you do. This could be a situation where you were starting a business, and guess what? You put all this stuff out, and the city comes back and says, until we give you your permit for occupancy, you got to do this or this. Okay, so you do it. You just do it. Ultimately, you're going to get the happiness you wanted. You may have a business partner who was a little difficult, and they said, hey, I want this instead, or that didn't quite work the way I want this instead. Go ahead, figure it out. Be flexible. They'll be flexible. You be flexible. Bring change, and you get it. Ultimately, you'll get through this, like I said, and you'll be happy. The more effort you put in, the more benefits you're going to get out of it, and ultimately everybody's going to wind up happy. So in the end, whatever this is, it will get through, and you'll be happy. Just again, patience. I keep coming back to that. I wish I could give you something more, but there isn't anything more to give you except that the alignment card. Again, this is all aligned to work out for you, but you have to have faith in that divine timing is at play, and that you are prepared, you're knowledgeable, you're ready, but change will have to be made. And ultimately, this will work out. Pisces, interesting. It's not an amazingly boastful kind of situation. It's not a great reading that I can say, oh, look, I'm going to change your world. No, this is more, again, about you just sticking to it, keeping your head down, pushing on through, and you will persevere. Plain and simple, Six of Swords, you will persevere. Hang in there. You got this. I promise you. While you're getting this, if you could hit this subscribe button, it's in the lower right-hand corner of your screen on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. If you are on Your Love Goddess's channel and seeing this, please pop over to my channel, which is Sonoran Mystic Tarot, and hit that subscribe button. It's to subscribe in my window, or if you're running this, if you play this in Sonoran Mystic Tarot, you'll see that button pop up. If you're on Sonoran Mystic Tarot, please pop over to Your Love Goddess and do the same thing there. And then Cards and Constellations is our overall blanket page. You're welcome. We're inviting you to pop over there as well. Until next week, love, light, and blessings. You will get through this. Stay strong. Be a believer. All is well. Have an amazing one. Love, light, and blessings from Miss Bonnie and her family, me and my family, to you and yours. Until next week, have a great one. Bye.